Hey everyone, RemanX here with a very special video. We're going to talk about something called jumping the meta. And what this means is it's being able to get ahead of the power curve as new characters get in there. A way to help you recognize what might be better and more importantly, what you should be looking in characters that will enhance your roster in ways that are significant. And we're gonna go through a couple of these and give you examples. So right now we're about to see the dawn of the Herald of Galactus, Silver Surfer, otherwise known as Surfer, or capital A, lowercase g, uppercase S, if you want to abbreviate it. That's a little note for those of you guys who periodically, watch my video. Anyway, if you guys, it's a geek reference. We're going to go into a lot of cool things that are going to be happening with this kit, and we're going to talk about just recognizing why this is going to be powerful. So first things first, one thing I will tell you is this is not a kit-based character. This is a stat-based character. So stat machines can be power crept out, and we're going to talk about what that means. But what a stat-based character is they're going to come out and they're going to have a high amount of stats, probably some at the top in the game, which means it's indicative of wanting and or needing red stars on the character to see their full maximum potential. So we had a sneak peek of the stats in the strike time video, and man oh man is he a absolute machine. But no, he's actually mystic, so it means you got to start farming some mystic gear. Little advanced warning. So this is heralding in more of a mystic crunch. Yeah, there's a pun there too. So we're looking at the Hero Cosmic Mystic Blaster. So we're going to look at some things that we'd like to see, and we're going to start with this passive, okay? Gives himself defense up for 3 turns. On any turn, heal for 5% of this character's max health. On turn, gain 15% speed, and right there are 2 of the key indicators. One is sustain built in. So good standalone characters will have some sort of heal barrier mechanic built into the character so they can sustain themselves through multiple fights. This means in all aspects of the game, they actually have some additional power being able to do that. On turn, gain 15% speed up to maximum 45. That's on his turn. So we always look for these speed gains, speed slows, something like that is always an indicator of something that'll potentially shake up the meta. On non-summon ally death, gain offense up. So this means if you focus on another character, he's going to gain offense up and just wreck house. So a couple of things that are going to be interesting is some of the best characters don't have call outs for specific teams, and he doesn't have a specific team. He has gained 50% resistance if this character has 1 or more villain cosmic enemies. And this is on top of his base resistance, on top of defense up on spawn. So this is pretty insane. He has 100% resistance when facing a villain cosmic enemy. Cough, cough, black water. Gain plus 50% focus if the character has 1 or more hero cosmic allies. That could be simply the Fantastic Four characters like Cable. If you want initial speed up on spawn, well, there's a lot more theory crafting going on. I'm sure you guys have some ideas of your own. You can feel free to leave those in the comments below, because this is when the game gets fun. It's when you're able to theory craft characters and bring them into new content, providing you the materials for them. And send low resistance by 50% for all enemies with heal blocks. So that's just part 1 of why this character is meta defining. You see the speed increase. That's a very early indicator of a character. You can think about like Longshot and Shatterstar, that paired increase getting speed up on crit. Looking at other characters like Zemo just being inherently fast, or Emma was just doing speed manipulation, or additionally looking at a character like Ghost, who is able to rewind time. So they've all fit in metas in different ways, and they all are potentially part of a doom killing team. So then we're gonna look at his ult. His ult is gonna be ready on turn 1. Attack all enemies for 350% piercing, clear immunity from all enemies, then apply heal block for 2 turns, clear all charge, clear all positive effects, apply ability block for 2 turns to the primary target. If you didn't think I took a breath there in appropriate spots, whew, I'm feeling it too, a little lightheaded. There is a lot of information there. And so what's happening here is we're seeing a very specific character design where you're actually taking and removing charges. Big deal. This is going to be meta defining. Now, moving on. His special attack primary target for 100% piercing. Apply disrupted for 2 turns. Attack all adjacent for 200% piercing. Applying defense down. This attack cannot be counterattacked. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty insane. And then we look at his basic, and so we're theory crafting that he's going to be a striker. His attack primary target for 280% piercing, and transfer all negative effects from this character to the primary target. This character doesn't have any negative effects. Transfer all positive effects from the primary target to this character instead. When this character performs a counterattack or assist, this attack can transfer negative or positive effects. That is insane when it comes down to it as a basic. What we're seeing is in the new set of power creep characters, the new characters that are coming out, their basics are quite powerful. Okay, and these attacks cannot be power attacked or counterattacked. So, meta defining in that you can kind of understand what like an arena meta is doing, what some of your war opponents are doing, and picture characters like this fitting into that. Essentially, depending on the release method of this character, likely theorized as a milestone character. Okay. This is potentially one of the best characters to hit Marvel Strike Force for a lot of people since ever. He's not being called out to a specific game mode. He doesn't have any war specific buffs. He does have a call out for some specific traits, but they're such a wide variety of traits that you'll find it relatively easy for him to get those benefits. That being said, goodbye Black Order. So when you think about it, characters that do a couple of things have been in the power creep characters and have been meta defining. Some of them we're going to talk about have been characters that you should always look for, are characters that have a life drain. Characters like Minerva, characters like Ebony Maw, characters like Phoenix. And Phoenix is just a whole different story. She's been at the top of the game for quite some time. All are characters that have value because of that mechanic. Another mechanic that you're looking for are specifically kit-based characters like Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister's value goes up and down based on the characters that he can reasonably clone, given the fact that he takes a little while to get there. So we're looking for these characters when we're determining what a meta will look like. And the idea is we're seeing an emerging meta, which I think will be a lot of fun to theory craft when you partner him up with characters like Doom, Fantastic Four, Cosmic Mutants, Cosmic and Global Mutants, and the list goes on and on. So one of the most important parts of this game is trying to find the characters that you should and could invest in. Silver Surfer is clearly your opportunity to jump the meta right now. Again, hopefully we're going to find out some more information as we get closer to the actual release, which should be in a couple of days, and we'll understand what actual mechanic we're going to get it. He feels like a milestone character because of how chock full his kit is, but this is just literally an absolute game changer in that no matter where you are in the game, this character will have an impact on your roster. It will do something for you that you're not already doing. It'll help your war offense. It can potentially help your war defense. It is going to be fun to have a truly plug and play character in the game like we haven't seen in quite some time. So start farming Mystic Gear. I'm going to say it one more time. Start looking for characters that have that, and just understand that his value will come down to how long he stays at the top of the stats, and again, probably how well you do with the red stars. So good luck. May all the pulls be with you. I hope you're as excited to add him to your roster and determine what challenges you can suddenly overcome with him as I am. Love you much. Check you soon. Remember, I do things so you don't have to. We're going to be gradually bringing him up onto my roster and showcasing him beating different characters. I hope. Showcasing different metas, different scenarios where you can possibly use him in the next coming days and weeks. See you soon.